Hello all, this is Roland Lake Buer. For a few months now, I've been uploading old commercials and some trailers on YouTube. Little things, lost media, but in a very minor sense. But recently, I found something a bit more substantial. A TV anti-drug special from 1991 called Over the Influence. This thing is hosted and narrated by Tom Selleck with segments hosted by Whitney Houston in a twist of bitter irony. It's kind of a big deal. This would be a few years after Selleck filmed the wildly successful comedy Three Men and a Baby, where he's holding the baby, so he's a star. And this is right before Whitney Houston hit her peak era. After she starred in The Bodyguard, she won a bunch of Grammys and would get the world record for the most #1 singles by a female artist. This is some A-list star power, so it's crazy how hard this thing's been forgotten. As of February 2025, there's a single entry on the TCM website where it's titled Over the Influence, Preventing and Recovering Our Kids from Drugs and Alcohol. On IMDb, you get the almost certainly misremembered title Over the Influence, Preventing Our Kids from Using Drugs, Alcohol. Using drugs, alcohol. No cast is listed on the IMDb page, and as far as I can tell, there's not frame one of it listed on the internet. I have a slightly crusty broadcast TV copy, but the credits imply that there was an official VHS tape release. Nothing popped up on eBay. So this seems like lost media to me. I'm going to upload it over the next few days, but first, here's a couple of clips with minimal context.
If they say use drugs or they'll kill me, I'd rather them to kill me than to use it.
First, let me ask you, have you ever been around someone who had been drinking too much? And, oh, you have, huh? Okay. And what do you suppose happens to them when they've been drinking too much?
Has anybody ever tried to convince you to take drugs? Has anybody gone through that?
Yes, this kid, he put the gun on my head and told me to smoke marijuana. And I told him no, and I ran away.
Now he's the proud director of the Harper High rap team.
Crack, cocaine, and TCB is a brain stopper. Your mind is just like a piece of dirty copper. But no.
Affluent white children are much more likely to use cocaine and marijuana than black children from poor families. Whitney Houston is about to show you what happens to our children if we don't get to them in time.
Okay, I like it. Now, together, all three of you say your roles.
Okay.
Have a great
I want a drink.
Fine,
Give me a drink.
My dad's
I want a
fine.
Big
Give me a
bird.
drink.
Wonderful.
I
Everything's
want a
fine.
My mom
Wonderful.
sews for
Everything's fine.
And we
This
give
is
to charity.
wonderful. What a wonderful family I have.
The police took my mother away in handcuffs. When they got in the house, they just immediately arrested my dad, my mother, and my big brother.
Then I moved out with my dad, and I worked with him. And he thought that since I worked like a man, I should be treated like a man, so he started letting me drink with him. And that's when I started drinking a lot.
Looking good, Clint. In the family togetherness here at CODA, they begin to trust that the family will take care of them. So in building the mask, it becomes an exercise of trust.
Man, I want my money, man.
This year's rap play is called The Life of a Drug Dealer. The students write the dialogue and all the lyrics for the rap tunes based on their own encounters with drugs and drug dealers.